Good afternoon. This is Betty Meredith, President of the International Retirement Resource Center, and I'm happy to be your session host today for Understanding Communication Styles for More Effective Client Relations with Joe Tabers, CSP, Management Consultant and Executive Coach with Productive Training Services. Good retirement communication is the cornerstone to good client relations. There are a variety of communication styles, and understanding the differences can go a long way to helping you effectively convey important information about retirement and build trust with the people you serve. It is important for today's retirement professionals to be able to identify, understand, and prepare to adapt their own communication style to the variety of client styles encountered in phone, online meeting, face-to-face, and group counseling sessions for more successful outcomes when counseling various clients. And doing so will help reduce tension that your clients may feel as they talk about a variety of things that are very uncertain to them and help them build their trust in you. Joe Tabers is an engaging conference speaker and inspirational workshop leader. He specializes in improving workplace communication, trust, and relationships. He has studied skills for developing human potential for over 12 years and effective leadership and teamwork for nearly 20 years. Joe has conducted over 3,000 presentations and training sessions using interactive adult learning methodology in most of the 50 states and 4 countries. He has served a diverse, broad array of clients, including multiple state retirement pension systems, financial services companies such as Nationwide, Charles Schwab, and Chase, and also automotive companies such as Ford, GM, and FCA. Joe is a long-term member of the National Speakers Association and is one of less than 14% of their 5,000 international members who has earned the certification Certified Retirement Professional. It recognizes a commitment to ongoing education, proven speaking experience, and ethical behavior. So Joe, welcome to the program. Thank you so much for being here with us today, and I'll now turn it over to you.
Thank you, Betty, and thank you for all of you for being with us today. Looking forward to this and excited about being here. We've got a good session planned for you, and we're looking forward to making the most for you in terms of takeaway value. So if you didn't already, please print out your handout. If you have that in front of you, that's great. We'll be ready to roll. If not, you can hit print on your PDF copy there and keep moving from that point on. All right, so if you take a look at our objectives for today, we're going to put them up on the screen as well. They're on page number 1 in your handout. And first off, our goal is simply to as the title states, to better understand and prepare to adapt to the variety of styles we encounter. So that goes along with our first objective, which is knowing ourselves first before we even attempt to understand others. So there's a little bit of mutual understanding, you might say. Number 2 is to help any of you out there in a professional setting to have more successful outcomes with your client meetings. So to continue with the objectives to support that, we're going to look at the strengths and limitations of our own preference as well as those of the ones you encounter most. And those of you who are familiar with style assessments know that the advantage that they bring is they have a language to, how do you want to say, make it referenceable, easy to use. And that's what we're going to do today, break it down to 4 of the most common styles that are out there and then make it easier to interact with them. Number 3 objective, to appreciate the differences of those styles, both the strengths and the weaknesses, and then know how to navigate a little bit better in those relationships. Number 4, to review some of the proven questions that you can ask both yourself quietly and then maybe even ask out loud to the client when you're not sure of things that they want in terms of preference. And then last, the overall goal, you might say, of the practice is to give you the ability to build more trust with that client relationship sooner and reduce any relationship tension or dynamics that may affect tension during a conversation or during a one-on-one meeting. So with that said, that'll kind of set the stage for us in terms of big picture. If you already filled out your little pre-assessment here of understanding style, this is a good little tool. To keep in mind, this is not a comprehensive, detailed assessment as are available, and we often do with clients of our own. This is just a complimentary assessment to give you initial understanding of at least your highest trait, which one is most like you. So the goal was for you to fill out on a 1 to 4 scale, 4 being most like you, and one being least like you. And if you look at the example in front of you here on the top line, we have 4 choices of word, A through D, 4 adjectives. 1 is demanding, 2 is convincing, C is passive, and finally the last one, D, is careful. If we had to say which of those is most like you, you'd give 4 points to it. So in the example here, we gave 4 points to convincing. Second most like me is careful. Least like me, 1 point, demanding. Second least like me, passive. And then you continue on line 2. So the goal is to fill out all 10 lines left to right with 4 points, again, most characteristically of you, and 1 least like you. So once you have that, you'll have 4 totals at the bottom. Just to be sure you added, those will equal 100. And then you're going to take those 4 totals and plop them on the graph. Chances are you already did that. If you didn't, you can catch up with us or pause the recording afterwards and go back and take a look. So once you know that, that would give you the ability to, let me go back here for a minute, to indicate which one is highest for you. In this case, this person has the B column in the highest. We're going to come back to that and use that column for an indicator of which style, again, preference. In this case, it's going to be the I style of the D, I, S, and C. So we'll talk more about that.